Back in grade 9, I used to hang out a lot with this friend of mine. I'll refer to him as Jason. Me and Jason met in grade 9 in one of our classes. I honestly don't really remember what class it really was, to be honest with you. But we did hit it off pretty well. I mean, we would always play basketball at Variety Village. We would always play Rainbow Six Siege in his home after school. We would always hit the gym together. And we even went Halloween trick-or-treating one time. And we had a very fun time that day. He was overall a very cool guy to be around. Once high school was finished, we kind of fell apart. After a couple months of high school, I got my G2, which was my license. I was finally able to go and drive on the main road. But I didn't really get to drive my dad's car as much because my dad would use it for most of the times because he worked. And he wouldn't let me drive his car because he always needed to use it. But not much longer after I got my G2, my dad was planning to go visit back home in India to go settle property business of some sort. And this was my chance. When my dad leaves, the car will be all mine and I'll finally be able to use it. As I'm slightly getting a little bit eager for my dad to leave. But before my dad left to India, he decided to cancel the insurance of the car, which is legally making the car unauthorized to even drive in the first place. But even when my dad left, even with the car still uninsured, I still decided to drive it. I would go to many places, drive my friends around. I was really enjoying the privilege of driving the car. I mean, I wasn't really thinking too much about the risks. I mean, what was the chance of me even getting caught anyways? It's been a couple of months after high school that I've seen Jason, and now that I have a car and I'll be able to easily go to his house and meet him up, I decided to shoot him a text. He responds not long later, and he was down to meet up. So just like any other day, I took my dad's uninsured car and I drove to his place and I met up with him. When I met him, me and Jason were having a good time. We caught up, we had good conversation. We were really enjoying each other's company. The day was going very well. It was somewhere down the conversation when Jason was eager to drive my car because he didn't drive a car in a very long time and he wanted to still know if he had it in him. Jason doesn't have a G2. Jason only has a G1. So therefore, he's not even allowed to actually drive a car at all. But me trying to be a good friend and not thinking much about it, I decided to let him drive the car anyways. And it was going nice as we were continuing normal conversation. He took me to places that I've never seen before, and everything was normal for what it was. We were turning back, and he was driving my dad's uninsured car on his way back to his home, which was when he was on the left lane of the road, and he tried to switch onto the right lane of the road. He swerved a little too far to the right, and he hit the curb. I remember feeling the car shake. It made a very big, loud, banging noise. I remember being very shook and scared as to what just happened right now. I immediately told Jason to pull my car over to the side. He pulls over and parks my car inside of this little neighborhood. We both get out of my car and I check out the car to see if there's any damages. I later see that my front right tire was completely just popped, fully busted. I mean, there was no way I was gonna be able to drive this car back home. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, stuck in this side road. This car is uninsured, and I can't even take it back home. I was so shocked. I was mad. I was sad. I was frustrated. I was upset. There was 1,000 different emotions running in my head. I mean, I didn't even know what to think. What will happen from here on out? How will my parents react to this? How bad is my insurance gonna spike up? I remember feeling so stupid. I remember feeling so ashamed and dumb as to how I even got myself in this situation in the first place. I remember just regretting every single decision I made leading up to this particular moment. I was lost for words. I couldn't even speak. But about a couple seconds later, all worries, stress, sense of consequences, and thoughts just left my head. My head just became purely empty. All I wanted to do in that very moment was to hurt Jason very, very bad. I immediately started yelling at Jason. I was very mad at him. I called him many names. I was disrespecting him, bringing up a lot of intimate details that I should have not brought up. And honestly, in a fit of rage, I was on the verge of attacking him. It was until when one of the people within the neighborhood stepped out of their doorstep to come and check what was going on. I mean, I guess he knew there was some commotion going on outside because of how loud I was, and he came outside to check what was going on, as that's exactly what he did. He came up wondering why I was screaming and what's happening. I remember looking at him and telling him that my front tire is completely popped. I can't drive it back home, and it's uninsured. I don't know what to do. I feel like my world is crumbling down right in front of me. He assured me to not worry, that he's dealt with many situations like this before and he can get it fixed. He told me to open my trunk, and I did. He proceeds to pull out a spare tire out of my trunk and go back to his home to grab tools to fix it. I mean, I didn't even know that each car came with a spare tire at that time. He proceeds to come back out with his tools and he fixes my front tire. Now I can finally drive back home. And I was so glad. It felt like 1,000 pounds was just lifted off of my shoulders. I mean, I don't even pray like that, but I felt like God was really watching over me. I remember I couldn't even thank him enough. I gave this guy one of the most tightest hugs that I've ever given a stranger ever in my life. And I asked him, how much money did you want? Let me pay you for this. But he didn't accept any money or cash that I offered him. He helped me out because he can, not for some reward. He told me to learn from this mistake, to not do this again, and to return the favor. And by returning the favor, it's not by helping him, but by helping someone else who's also in a dire situation. I remember those words struck very deep. I mean, I always try to live by those words. I always try to support and help somebody who's in need. I always try to help someone if it's within my power. I mean, a big reason why I even do these YouTube videos is because I do want to help someone out there. Even if the person can just relate a little bit. If my videos can make someone else feel slightly less alone, that is something that I feel good for. Not because I get some reward from it, but because it's the right thing to do. I remember once I got my car fixed, after telling the man thank you 1,000 times, he eventually walks home. I get back into my car and I drive back home. And now I'm in my room, safe and sound. Thank God. But I didn't end up sleeping that night because I just couldn't. I stayed up all night just processing how lucky I really got. And that was the last time I drove the car until my dad came back. Ever since then, I've only driven the car while it was insured. And this was something that I was able to hide from my parents for a very long time. And I kept it within me. Thank God. Be cautious about letting some other inexperienced driver drive your car. Don't drive your car uninsured. It's all fun and games until it's not funny anymore. You think you'll never get caught. You think it won't ever go wrong. Until it does. So don't play around with it. You should really calculate the risks before making these decisions. Because these decisions have long-term consequences. I mean, Ever since I've had that interaction with that stranger who helped me, I've been seeing his words come to light. I've been receiving so many blessings after giving out blessings to other people. I've been receiving so much assistance and support ever since I assisted and supported other people. The good energy that you put around is the same good energy that will return right back. I mean, if that guy didn't help me, I have no idea how things would have played out. It could have went very bad. It changed the trajectory of my life. And with this video, and with my whole YouTube channel together, I plan on changing your trajectory, your life pathway for the better. Please comment and subscribe. Please share this video with someone who you may think can benefit off of this. Because again, if my video can help one person, just one person only, then the purpose of me making this video has been met. Stay blessed and peace out.